Chat? Okay, no, we're here. We're recording the newest fucking video. Um, I've not recorded a video in so long. I literally every day I'm like, I'm gonna journal. I'm gonna make a video or I'm gonna journal, and I never do. I never do, which is really bad because like I'm a good trader, but if I don't journal, I don't know like more of what to do right and more less of what to do wrong. Like I can't improve as fast as I want to if I do not journal. So that's why I'm going back to it. Heavy fucking journaling. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Like, I'm going to start using Evernote again right after this video. I'm going to go straight to Evernote. Bang, bada boom, bada bang. But, let's get into it. So, on a macro scale, I guess I'm on the daily chart, but we were in the range for a really long time, broke out. Market's very bullish, right? You're not looking at shorts here. You're definitely not. Same with SPY. IWM is a little more chopped. Still pretty good trend though. But I guess let's start with SPY. So to start the day off, we really had this previous day high zone, pre-market high, pre-market low. All that was really needed today. So we had this high. Basically came up to it right at market open, dumped, rejected that shit. Had a scam wick here. Dude, there was two of these scam wicks. I just realized, damn. But basically, SPY was really choppy. SPY was really choppy all day. We had this nice little flag, broke to the downside, boom. Okay, whatever. I was starting to look more at shorts here, but we never really got like a clean trend under this lower day. Because like bro, like here's the lower day and we closed a couple cents lower on one candle. Like that's not the trend I'm looking for, you know? So yeah. So we basically held the zone pretty much, bounced it. We broke another like trend line kind of thing. And we had a nice news wick up to this pre-market high, rejected that shit. So eventually it came all the way back up to this pre-market high. This level was huge today. So we had this wick here, came back, and we had two nice candles sitting right at the 13 EMA plus the pre-market high. Like you can just tell, like this shit wants to break out. Like this shit wants to go. Like once we break above that pre-market high, you better be ready to get in longs, you know? So that is precisely what we waited for. Um, yeah, it was really chopped, but we got a nice trend to the upside. Eventually broke out, had two candles above, and I was like, yeah, the trend's nice enough. We got a nice 15-minute candle close above. Now this candle hadn't closed yet. It was at 14th, so it was like, yeah, it was after I entered that this candle closed, but we got the close above pre-market high, but not above the high day. But I thought it was still valid. Definitely was. I was not even. I was in drawdown for like I don't even know. I don't think I had any drawdown on this trade. Literally, because I entered here after we got this wick lower. So I entered on the bounce back and then just went straight up. Really easy. And then we had like a euphoric peak, I guess, and obviously that didn't end up working. So that was our win for the day. So that was our win. I took $400 win on eval. Now on QQQ, this motherfucker fucked me up today. Basically, same kind of case we had previous side day. Pre-market high, pre-market low. All you need today. So originally off of rip, it looked like we were gonna go higher. We got a 15-minute close above. Did we? Yeah, like here we got a 15-minute close above, but it was sus, obviously. So it ended up holding it for a bit and then ended up closing under the pre-market high. Decided to chop around for a bit before finally, building momentum. And you could say the momentum really built here, like at this 12:45 candle. And after that is when I precisely decided to enter. So, first of all, I decided to go completely against my rules of trading at high of day. Why? Because, I mean, this is one of those weird scenarios where it's like, oh, we have this large news wick. Yes, but dude, this happened. I entered at 12:56. This happened 12:30. That shit happened almost 25 minutes ago. The high day was made. Like, I should have waited for this high to break to give us that extra confirmation that yeah, we're really gonna go higher. Because other than that, like the only thing you really have to base it off of is like yeah, we're getting a 13 EMA retest, but no, there's really not that much else to base off of. I should have waited till we had momentum at least above here. Retest that plus the 13 EMA would have been fire. Also, one thing to note when I entered at 12:56, SPY was where was SPY? SPY was basically rejecting pre-market high, or it had rejected. It had this one candle, so it wasn't like the large rejection we saw here yet, but still, just something to take into account. So yeah, I definitely should have waited for this to, you know, do it. And then, so I only lost 15 bucks on that on my funded account. I ended like here, candle closed here, and I was like, should I stay in? I was really hesitating on whether I should stay in. Because like, okay, if I'm ignoring the wick, I see this zone, right? This is what I was really looking at. I see this zone, I see this candle close. So it's like I could stay in and wait, or I could not do that. But like my thesis was like this was my entry. This is my TP. So it's like yeah, if I had my stop under here, like that would have been fine. Like I probably could have gone for that, but it was like this zone was very sus considering we had the skim wick, which is why I should have taken this to an account and waited for it to break. Stupid. Don't ask me. Now, the next fucking trade I took was even stupider. Guess that. Get that, okay? I entered on like why do I do this, bro? I entered on a flag break. Flag break. This shit was literally it had like one like not even two touches. Like this was really not even a real flag, okay? And I entered here because I had FOMO and ended up getting stopped for like 150 bucks. And I got stopped out like here when we went under this wick. I should have just had it below this original fucking zone I was looking at. But I didn't, and it went down like 2 points under, and then I went straight to the TP. For this trade as well, first of all, this flag break not even real. Like this is not normal real flag break that I traded on this setup. It's so bad. Like it only has two touches. It's not good. Plus we were still not above the high of day. Minimum I should have waited for that to happen before I traded. And of course, what ended up fucking happening? QQQ was in this uptrend for a long while. So it was in a slow grind up. Okay, and it had, as you can see, this was the high. So we're making higher highs like this. Obviously, you don't really want to take a 13 EMA pullback when it's that choppy. You want to take it when we get an explosive explosive move. Um, so yeah, but finally we broke above this like trendline resistance, and that is when we had a very nice, very clean 13 EMA entry that you 100% could have taken. I would say you put your stop under like these lows. It's really only a 20-cent stop. Damn, that shit was not moving much at all. Well, yeah, but it was still a nice trade nonetheless. So, and then literally like the same shit occurred basically. So we had this other trend line, or you could mark it like this, like that to the highs. Basically, same thing. We had this trend line chopped, broke above it, bang, okay, and we had another nice fire 13 EMA entry. Like the 13 EMA entries were printing. Now I was already up hell on the day, so it's like I'm chilling. Now you could say SPY did the same thing, and like this, or not even like that. More like this was chopping and then broke above. But after this, I was like, okay, I already caught the good 13 EMA retest on this move. But at that point here, you didn't catch a good 13 EMA retest yet. So, yeah, QQQ still provided two entries. That was pretty fire. Um, so yeah, big learning lesson. Only trade we are on at high a day or low a day. Even if we have a scam wick like this, Justin, like why are we going against that rule? Why? Just why? There's no point. There's no point. Also, another thing to mention that was really nice on this SPY trade, I forgot to mention, was that we were perfectly holding this high day zone. So we had here, it was basically like high day zone was really like here-ish, okay? But I mean, yeah, bro, like we perfectly held this. Like we had a perfect fucking break in retest with a 15-minute candle close. Like it was perfect. It was completely A plus setup. Like, and I think that's one thing I'm noticing too. Like the trades that work end up having like a nice like level to go along with it. But of course, when you're trading at all-time highs, you can just get these nice 13 EMA retests without really having a level to go off of as well. But like here, even here, it bounced off the high day and shit. But it's like, you know, it's always nice to have that extra level there, extra conviction. And for now, I'm gonna keep taking trades even at the 13 MA, even if there's not another level of support or resistance that we're bouncing off. But that might change in the future based on my journaling and showing like how it actually works, what the real method is. So that was very nice. Very nice trend in the afternoon. Could trade way better today though if I followed my rules. But we live and learn. IWM on the other hand, Casey entered this actually. So at the start of the day, we basically just stomped. Okay, and then we held this zone that was broken through in pre-market, but we never retested it. So it was like basically break and retest. Essentially, is what occurred. Break and retest type shit. So, like, I wonder if you can probably even see that on the daily chart. Yeah, it was here. So we had this like level from here. We retested it there. Bang. So yeah. Um. So yeah, obviously you're not entering this because of that. Like, and yeah, it was just really bad. So what else? And then we tried to break above the pre-market high. Couldn't. Fell back under. And we did, but we were in a light green zone, and it had this Newswick. It never got above the Newswick, so it was like, yeah, it was really ass. And then we stayed within the range for the rest of the day. Does seem to be like a nice. Yeah, I wouldn't really count that as hitting, but yeah, this one hit too. Trent was so mid though. No, just stop. But I think, yeah, Jaden actually took this trade. Jaden actually took this trade. So he entered off 13 EMA here. Damn, imagination is good. He entered here, sold here, I guess. This is definitely not my cup of tea. 100% not my cup of tea. Yes, we are at high day, but we never got a 15-minute close even above pre-market high, which is really what you're trying to go off of here. And the EMAs are not even aligned either. Like, that shit looks really sus. But I'm not going to judge. I'm going to wrap it up there. That's about it. You need to follow my rules of trading at high day or low day when trend is the strongest. Getting above that scam wick would have definitely shown me like, yeah, we're bullish. 13 EMA is probably going to work. Guess what? It didn't end up doing it. So we live and we learn, and we learn about the retests and the correlations to each other when we enter, and all of that. So that being said, that's the video. Peace.